Good afternoon, Troy. This is Darnell from Porsche Boxster. Just wanted to make a quick video on the Boxster GTS. This GTS is in Carrara white metallic, the black interior. The 20-inch Carrara S wheels are painted in the gloss black. It's really a wonderful combination. All the accents around the car were done in gloss black to match. On the GTS, you do get a more aggressive front bumper with more openings to draw air where it needs to go. The new 718 design is phenomenal, so you got sharper lines on the car to give it more of a wider look, make everything look a little bit more pronounced. You got the GTS badging on the side. The GTS package just gives you quite a bit more with more of the performance enthusiast is going to want. So I've already mentioned the wheels. You do have the tinted taillights. The gloss black spoiler and badging. Sport exhaust is standard with the gloss black tips. The PASM sport suspension, so it's 20 millimeters lower than the standard suspension. This vehicle is equipped with the PDK. You also get Sport Chrono with the GTS model. And Sport Chrono has changed in the new body style, so you have a dial here. That way you can actually switch the modes without taking your hand off the wheel. And most important thing that you get with the GTS package is going to be the power increase. So you're going from the 350 horsepower to 365 with 309 pound-foot of torque, and the peak torque you're going to get at 1950 RPM. In the gauge here, you'll see you have the white instrument cluster as well as the white chrono clock. This does have the PCM with navigation. So with this, you're going to get the touchscreen radio that has a proximity sensor added onto it. So with the proximity sensor, as soon as your hand gets close enough to the screen, the necessary menu for each option is going to come up. You do have the 2-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats on the driver and passenger side. This vehicle is equipped with the 18-way seats, which are really nice, so they're bolstered on your sides as well as around your thigh. That will keep you from sliding around in the seat. I did mention the PDK, so with the PDK, you're going to get extremely fast shifts, then you're going to smooth shifts, and the performance that you would expect out of a Porsche. Now in 2017, they changed how this operates. So once you put the car in the drive, and then you go into the manual mode, as you can see where it says M and plus and minus, this is now reversed. So the plus is towards you because you want to go with the momentum of the vehicle. So while you're accelerating, you're going to pull it as opposed to pushing it away from you. As I mentioned, you have the PASM, Porsche Active Suspension Management, as a standard option. And then you have the Sport Exhaust as a standard option as well. So here's the button how you would adjust the chassis feel to the vehicle, as well as your button here that's going to open up the exhaust valves. You have your active aerodynamics, so the spoiler comes up on its own and goes down on its own, but you can also press this button here and this will raise the spoiler for you. You have your automatic start and stop option as a standard. What this is going to do is going to shut down the engine and save on fuel. When you hit that button, it'll deactivate the feature, or you can just put the car into the sport mode and that'll deactivate it as well. Top operation is very easy. You have your controls right here. The top goes up and down in 9 seconds, and you can do it up to 31 miles per hour. So with this dial here, you'll see you have your normal, this is your sport, you have your sport plus, and now you can customize an individual mode. So the whole point behind the individual mode is to personalize the vehicle. So let's say you wanted to leave the engine in a normal mode, but have your sport exhaust valves open and the spoiler up. Instead of hitting 3 different buttons, you can just go to individual and it'll change those settings for you. The button here in the center, as long as you have PDK, is going to be your sport response button. So when you press that button, it's going to close the exhaust I'm sorry, it's going to close the wastegates to the turbo so that you get 20 seconds of extra boost. This is the GT style steering wheel, so it is 10 millimeters smaller than the standard one. One of the best parts about the Boxster is convenience. So you got 2 luggage compartments, which I'll show you now. Okay, you have access to your oil and coolant. This is a mid-engine design, so the engine sits right underneath here. So if you needed to top off the oil and coolant, you have very easy access to that. Going in front, you'll see the compartment here is much deeper than the one that's in the back. So you could use this vehicle if you wanted to every day for day-to-day usage, or you can go on a short weekend trip, which would be nice. I'm going to close the door so we can get one good look at the Boxster with the top down, and then again with the top up. There you go. Let's start up the vehicle just for a second so you can hear how it sounds. Even though it is a 4-cylinder, it's a very throaty sounding engine. It's been very popular with our guests. Again, this is Darnell, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.